accounts and you debit and credit. That was fine. Then on the 13th, there was cash transaction. Then they open another cash account separated from the one here. They recorded it. Then on the 19th, there was cash. So they open different. They say it in bank account different. In accounting, we don't work like that. I hope you are following what I'm saying. Are you there?
Yes, sir, we are following.
Yes, please.
So those who did that, that's the only first remark I want to give before we are coming to go through the question, because you have done it. So you will be helping me so that at least, even though you have done it, I don't want to take things for granted. I want all of us to be sure whether what we did is the right thing. But the first comment is that whenever you are preparing or passing the entries, if there's one like purchases accounts, you open it once. If there's cash accounts, you open only one, and you make it long. That's the whole thing. So something like let me see. I want to get something to write. Okay, so let me see if I can get something here. Okay. Just a minute. Convert. I want to do something. I want to pick something. Oh, where is this thing taking me to? Let's start Microsoft. Error. Just a minute. The first thing that I want, but apart from that, after the debit credit, I saw that people were getting it right and the rest. So let's us all go through the question and see if I can write the question. So now, since you have all done it, if I call you, you tell me your solution, why you did the transactions, at least how you or what we should do. Because now I know almost everybody have done something and you can present it. So let me take you straight to the question. The question is somewhere here. They want to finish it and balance the accounts. Yeah. So we had a question here. I wanted to see if I can get something to be writing. That is my whole problem. I was not able to. I wanted to get a pen and write on the Microsoft, and I was trying to do that. If I go to drawing and I pick drawing, say I should go back. This part I don't know. Okay, you can go back. Add pen. Okay. Let me take pen. Still cannot click this one. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So first, let's look at the question. First question was that so let's look at the first illustration. Someone should read it for me. Who is reading?
May 1st.
Uh-huh.
Started business with Cash in hand, 20,000 Ghana cedis. Cash at bank, 50,000 Ghana cedis.
So, um, I don't want us to. By now, I know everybody knew the procedure. First, you read the transaction. Second, you identify the two accounts involved. You ask yourself which one is receiving, which one is giving. That kind of then you post. There be the receiver. So, because of time, for today we are not doing the posting. I know you have now you know the double entry, but we want to do how to balance accounts and extract the balance BD and do the try balance. That's my target for today. So let's quickly go there. So passing that account, but the only thing that I forgot to tell you the other time is that when you have so many accounts like cash, appearance, you open only one. So the solution, like you see that here, so it's capital. So you open only one capital account in the core question. Open only one capital account. Even it's oh, there was a problem. Just a minute. I don't know why my Microsoft is doing that. Okay. Yeah. I hope you are still you are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So let's go through the solution so that you mark it against your work so that we can do the balancing of accounts and the starting and the tie balance. I think that's my focus for today. Because I think for the debit credit, that's we're able to do that. So you cannot apply unless maybe there was a treatment or one transaction that you find it difficult to interpret. For that one, that draw my attention will be I said, for this item, I was struggling. That one I can just help you. But if you don't have such thing, then since we are applying the same thing that we did last time. So you see the first one, you read the transaction, the started business in capital accounts and cash accounts and bank accounts. Three accounts are involved. So first you open your capital accounts, then you open your cash accounts, then you open your bank accounts. This is the first. So you see that first you open cash accounts. Second, then you open a capital account, you open cash accounts, then you open bank account. That's the first thing. But you see, because sometimes you have to read through all the items and know that, oh, okay, cash is appeared about 3 times, bank is appeared about 4 times. And so when you open the capital account, cash account, so you can make it long. So that because you are not going to open another separate cash account, no. You open only one cash account like this. Then you read your line. This is like a T, so that there's a line here making a T. So this side, let me pick that. I want to see if I can pick highlighter. This side is a debit side, and this side is a credit side. Do you see my cursor when I move it? I hope you see where you see them. You see it, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. I wanted to use pointer, but it is giving me trouble. So I just want to. So you bear with me. If it's a slider, I can use the pen. But once I'm using the word, if I pick the highlighter, then it's behaving. Okay. So that is the cash account. You open it once, but you are going to make it long. So that almost all the recordings, so look at it, all the recording that involve cash will be recorded in only one account. All items that affect capital, only one account. So you see, bank accounts, you open only once. Furniture accounts, purchase accounts, only one. So under no circumstances should you have one account open twice in this. No, we don't do that. If it's rent, once. If it is motor vehicle, once. So sales, only one. Metro limited account, one. Interest receive account, one. Drawing, so everything once. But after that, all transactions that goes into it, you debit it. So there's nothing wrong. So see, look at the cash accounts. The first May, the only thing that you have to put down the date. I told you that anytime you have accounts, so the date, so the year 2025, the date, May 1st,
Sir,
we debit. Yes.
Doc, yeah, please,
Uh-huh.
for the cash accounts, 24th January, they have building there, but in the question, we don't have anything like building.
Oh, really?
Yes, please.
24. Yeah. Is that which date?
Check the ledger for the cash account.
Cash accounts. This is a cash
Yes.
account.
And
24.
purchases.
Yeah.
We
This
have
one.
building. Yes.
This one.
Yes.
They pay for they bought building 24. Let's go to building. Let me see building. But in the question, there was
There's
that
nothing like yes, please.
So that one, it is not your. So let me cancel this one. I wish I have canceled that one.
Yeah.
Then it means that let me go to building so that if I'm they should have building account somewhere, right? Do you have building?
No, we don't have anything like building account too.
Okay, so there was so it means that was it shouldn't have come. I get
yes,
it. It should have come. That's good. So this one, that's cash accounts. Let me see. This one shouldn't have come here. Cancel. Okay. So apart from that, you were able to get the rest, right?
Yes, please. I was able to get them.
So if you did everything correct, now compare with your solution, individual solutions. Let's take them one by one. If you take capital account, for capital accounts, for this particular question, the first, for now, forget about the balance CD and the BD. We will come to that one. For now, just let's concentrate on the items. We will come to the balancing, but for now, capital accounts, if you did it well, then you're supposed to have only 2 items at the credit side. For now, 2 items. That is May 1st, the cash, and the May 1st, the bank credit side. You credit cash, you credit bank in capital account. That is the 2 items that you should have in your. So if you have that one, mark it correct for yourself. If somebody had different treatment or you have different item, let me know. But I want us to go through the items one by one. We are not reading the question because now you have the question there and the data there. So this is how to present it. This is the accounts. So take note of that one. Then let's go to the next one, which is cash. Cash accounts. So when you open your cash accounts, for cash accounts from this question, if you do everything well, then the credit side, that's the credit side here, you should have they pay rent at the point that May 10th, so 2,000 should be here. Then they purchase some item or purchases 4,000. Then owner withdrew money for personal drawings. That's so you should have 3 items at the credit side. 1, 2, 3. Then at the debit side of your cash, you debit the capital that they got. Then they made some cash sales. Then Metro, they took some Metro Limited loan or something. So that one to 5,000. So you should have 3 items at the debit side, 3 items at the credit side. Is there anybody here who got okay? Those who did it separate, you find it difficult to see this one, but that's how it's supposed to be. But I know some people they have opened their cash accounts about 3 times or 4. So if you want to know how to mark yours, it means that first cash account that you open, you have to look at the item that went to the credit side. Go to the second one, the third one, and be comparing the figure. But next time, you have to open only one cash account and pass all the entries in it. Please, I hope you are following what I'm saying.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good. So that is the cash accounts. When you finish, we come to the balancing. And then we do the trial balance today. That's all. Then let's go to the bank. So the same procedure, bank account. If you open bank, you read that you debit the receiver, credit the giver. So anytime bank is receiving, we debit. Anytime bank is paying, we credit. So for bank, I think the capital will be debited because we started debit in the name. The interest that we receive was also debited. Then they purchase furniture with check. When you look at it, so you credit it. Then at a point, I think they went to pay ABC Limited on credit. I think something. So ABC, I see bank has been credited. So let's go and see 24th May. What happened? 24th May. 24th May. See this one paid ABC Limited by check 12,000. Good. So you go to your bank 24th, they pay. So that is it. Very simple thing. That is how bank account should also be open. The rest, furniture, debit it, purchases, debit credit. So this is the solution. You can just go to and you see that everything, if you follow a double entry, you'll be able to debit and credit, everything. So rates and rent, sales accounts, you debit and you credit it, then metro accounts, the interest received, then drawings, return outward. So this is how I was expecting, or these are the entries that I was expecting. Now, apart from the posting, now we are going to move on to the balancing. But before we go to how to balance and extract the balance BD and CD, is there anything that somebody want me to explain further? Is there any transaction that you find difficult to interpret how we have recorded it? If there's something like that, please let me know. So even if you got something wrong, now you have seen the solution. Maybe you have seen the reason why you got it wrong. But if you are not okay, something, yes. Whose hand is up? Okay.
To return outwards. So I don't know.
Please, mommy, I was not hearing you well. Come again. Start again. You say what? Please, can you ask your question again?
Please,
Hello?
if my account. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Please, I didn't get return outward account.
Oh, okay. You didn't get return outwards accounts.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the question and see. But there was something on return at all. Let's see. Look at this one. Let's see. So here, May 22nd. Look at this. How did you treat this one? 22nd May. Return goods worth 350 to ABC Limited. In the first place, ABC Limited, they have already bought goods. Look at this. On the May 4th, purchase goods 18,000 on credit from ABC. So what it means is that the company that we are preparing the accounts for, they went to buy goods from ABC on credit. So ABC is a supplier. Let's assume that the company, we are in Kumasi here, and we are in Cape Coast. Then we went to Kumasi and bought goods from ABC Limited. That's what it means. 18,000. We didn't pay, but he gave the goods to us because we are his customer. So the first, let's see the recording. So, madam, how did you record that one for the 4th May? Tell me what we do before we come to the return. Mommy? Is it mommy? Mommy, how did you record the 4th May transaction? Tell me what to do. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you back since okay, mommy is back.
Mommy, can you hear me? I want to see how you recorded the fourth. Well, we have to understand the fourth May transaction first before we go to the return of it. I don't know whether she can hear me, but I cannot hear her. But I want, ma'am, is she back?
No, please, she's not back.
Oh, mommy network is not helping her. Probably it's her network. Well, I wanted to check for me if she's back. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the network because she's trying to speak, but it's breaking.
So he should reposition herself. Maybe that's 117 of the online, but I wanted to draw her attention to something. Hello, mommy. Is there anybody who also have similar problem, or the rest you all had return artworks? Let me see. Yeah, KBN will be soon the same problem. The rest, everybody had return artworks, right? Is that what I'm trying to get, or how I should interpret it? You all had return artworks accounts, right?
Yes, please. I had it.
Okay. So, mommy, let me explain this one. Maybe I know it is recorded, so you get the feedback or the recorded version. Now, on the 4th May, we purchase goods on credit. So we open purchase accounts and ABC Limited. That's a creditor supplier. Yes, we didn't pay. So this purchase cannot affect bank or cash. So you open purchases accounts. Then you debit purchases 18,000. Purchase account should be debited 18,000. So you see when you look at purchases accounts here, 4th May, ABC Limited 18,000. We have debited ABC purchase. Then immediately that same 4th May, open ABC Limited account and you credit purchases 18,000. So this is the first transaction on the 4th. Good. Now, when you go to the next, that's 22nd or so, you said the goods that we bought from ABC, we realized that some were maybe 40, about 3,500 of the goods were not in good shape. So we call ABC, oh, the tomatoes that we bought 50 boxes. When we came back, we realized that about 2 boxes have rotten beyond use. ABC say, oh, okay, then you bring that one. That's what we call return artworks. So goods worth this were you return goods worth to ABC. It means that you have already bought the goods. So to ABC Limited, it will be returned inwards to that company. But we are sending the goods to the person we bought it, it is returned outwards to us. So with the return outwards of one person becomes the return inwards of the other. So, but because we are preparing for the company, we assume that we are preparing our account. So return goods worth 2. So once we return it to the person that we bought it to us, it is returned outwards. But in the same way, if we as a company we sell goods to someone and say the customer returns some part to us, then we will open return inwards. So look at what's happened. We go to our purchase accounts. Now we have to record to show that the goods that we bought, we are not. If we are going to pay, we can't pay or we are returning. So you see that here. Where is the purchases accounts? Here. We open what we call purchases return outwards accounts. So when you go to return outwards, look at this. You open what you call the goods you are returning. So on the 22nd, return outwards accounts. You credit 3,500 because the goods are going out. Credit the giver. So return outwards account will credit 3,500. Then when you go to ABC Limited, will receive it. So that's ABC. ABC Limited is that same way. You have to return outwards, 3,500. And this will reduce the amount here because when we are going to balance, you see that now he sold goods to us 18,000, but he has received the return outwards of 3,000. It means that when we are going to pay, we are going to pay 18,000 minus the goods that we return. And that's why we have return outwards. So return outwards is goods whenever you make purchases and part of the goods are not good and you return to the supplier or the seller, it is called return outwards. So you have to, in accounting, you cannot just cancel this figure 80. So when we cancel and write it, no. You record what you call return outwards. And at the end of the day, it's going to subtract from the original total sales. Please, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
I want to believe everybody here is okay. Good. I get a reaction that it's good. So now let's now move on. So when you finish,
Hello,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Sir, in all, do we have some accounts that's supposed to be entered 3 times?
Account that's supposed to be entered 3 times.
3 times, because I was thinking that in the purchases account, we've entered it that we bought some goods. So when some of the goods are returned, are we to credit the purchases account with the goods returned?
Oh, okay. You see, in the nutshell, you can see. I that's what like you can say that some people will do it this way, and still you get it. Like this purchase account, you see the 18,000 is here, right? So you can record return inwards. You write the return outwards here. Where the card are here. You can record return outwards straight away 3,500. Now when you record it here, then you come to ABC Limited and you come and debit it here. Return like purchases returns here. If you do that, then it is also cool because the most important thing is that return outwards have been debited, the goods has also been what? Created from here. In that case, you don't go and open return outwards account separately again.
Okay.
You don't do this. Why you do this? I don't know. The rule is that the total amount in the return outwards book here, you see, it is what? It is credited here, right? It is going to be transferred to the purchases account. That is it. But another way that if you open the return outwards accounts like this, then you credit it like you are taking the goods out and you debit the person whom you went to sell buy the goods from. In that case, it doesn't go to the purchase accounts. But you know that at the end of the day, it's going to reduce because total amount in the return outwards account is always going to use to affect purchases. That's why when we are doing trading profit and loss account, we will say purchases less what? Returns. So if there's any return outwards account, the figure there is subtracted from what? The purchases. I remember something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Anytime we are doing trading accounts, we say, so in accounting, we prefer it like this. Like if you have sales returns or return inwards, instead of you to debit the sales account direct, open the sales returns, open the return outwards account and pass it this way so that when we are doing trading profit and loss accounts and we are picking the figures, you can say this is the purchases. You can record 18,000 less purchases return or return outwards. You get a point? Then you show so auditors can do okay. After the goods we bought 18,000 worth, the receipt is there. Then there was at this date we return part of the goods. So this is what the net sales is. But if you don't do that and you pass like what you were saying, if you do it like the purchases, then you record a return outwards here. Let's say return outwards comes here. It means that you are going to record net purchases in your trading profit and loss account. When you balance it, it will give you straight away the net purchases. So when you come to the trading profit and we are talking about purchases, you will not record 18, but you record 18,000 minus the 3,500. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you open the sales returns or purchase returns accounts and you record it in it, that one, when you are preparing trading, you can show that purchases 18,000. Then you come to the less purchases return or return outwards 3,005. Then you can now say next purchases is this. If it's sales, you should write the sales that you made to the customer, full amount, and less return inwards for your return inwards account. So that is how proper accounting. But in I should do it like that. I will not mark it wrong because the figures will be the same. But why we say it doesn't show maturity in accounting. Do you understand? Okay. Somebody who doesn't okay, I'll open return inwards or return outwards so that I'll show that this is how much the sales are. Because you have receipts to cover all those and then later you return. I think that is it. Okay. So now
Thank you,
let's
sir.
assume that you are welcome. Let's assume that we have passed all the entries. Now everybody can do debit, credit, debit, credit. When you finish, the next thing is that once you finish passing all the entries, so now I want to believe that everybody here can do something like this. Right, to the exams, you are going to get something like this. And this one is short. Now you get plenty. So that you'll be passing. But don't fear. The most important thing is that follow the rules and you'll be able to pass all. Now let's go to the next step. When you finish, the next step is to balance the accounts and start the balance BD and CD. It's very, very important. Now, when you finish passing all the entry, there can be some of the accounts. There's only one item there. Doesn't matter whether only one item there, still you can balance. There are some there will be only 2 or 3. Now, when we are balancing accounts, there are steps. It's very simple thing. First, total all the sizes, the 2 sides of the account, both debit and credit. When you total, don't immediately put the figure down. No. So for this one, let me use something here. Let me come to the let me bring a blank sheet. Oh, okay. Can you see the sheet I'm showing, the blank one?
Yes, please.
The white. Okay. So now you see my pen. Do you see what I'm doing?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now, if you want to balance accounts, this is what you need to do. So let's assume that this is our cash accounts. I know those who have done accounting before, they don't have problem with this. But for those, well, I'm doing this for those. So then our accounts. Let's assume that the cash accounts. This is our debit side, and this is our credit side. So how everybody can see my big T on the screen. The cash accounts.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
So watch, especially management student. So this is the cash accounts, and once you understand one, it applies to all the account, balancing every account. So you see, let's assume that give the figures to me. Look on your work and give the figures to me. Debit side, how many figures are here? The figures here. Now the first one, forget about the day. I just want the first. Is 20,000?
Yes, 20,000.
Then the next one.
7,000.
Okay. The next one.
5,000.
5,000.
5,000. Is that all? Or there's another one?
That's all.
No, the first one is 10,000.
The first one is what? 20,000.
20,000. Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, 20,000. Okay, good. Now let's go to the credit side. What are the figures there?
2,000.
2,000.
4,000.
4,000.
And then 1,500.
1,500. Okay, so you see that, let's assume that after recording the items, you have figures. I know, of course, you write the date and the capital or the different accounts. That name, but now everybody know that one. So when you fill your cash accounts or bank accounts or building of sales, can look at it like this. That some of the items will be at the debit, figures will be at the debit side, some will be at the credit side. When you fill, you need to balance the accounts. To balance accounts, first you need to rule lines like this in accounting. Once you do this, it means that you are coming to close the accounts. So this, when we are marking, we look at all these things. So you see that, look at the how I'm doing. One is big and one is this. You see, like when you are closing the account, when you write and you underline only once, like assume that you are, if you write this double line here, mean that you are ending the accounts. No figure will be recorded again. So you rule your two lines like that. Then you total both the credit and the, so total this side for me. Total the debit a credit side. Total it. How much is the figure? So 2,000 plus this one, that's 6,000. This 7,500. Today we need calculator. Are you doing it? Are you totaling for me? I said total. Just add this for me. What do you get?
7,500.
So
Yeah,
here we have
7,500.
7,000. So write it somewhere. Don't write it under. Just put it somewhere. 7,500. Anytime you are balancing account, then come to the debit side. Total that one too.
32,000.
You get that one to write it somewhere. 32,000. So anytime you are balancing any accounts, please just total the two sides. Don't, when you total, don't put it and I just work it rough way. Okay, let me find out. Assume we don't know. So you total the debit side, get the total figure at the debit side. Total the credit side, get the total down. You ask yourself, these two figures that you have calculated, which one is bigger? Which side is bigger?
32,000.
Is
The
the
debit side.
So always we use the debit, the bigger figure to close the accounts. So when you finish, if you total, you see that the credit side figure is bigger. That is what you use to. So the bigger one is what you use, and you record the same thing. So 32,000 because so you write 32,000. So it is not always that any accounts you have to use the debit side figure. No. So because this time the debit side is bigger, you use the 32,000. So even though the credit side is 7,500, you ignore that one. Always total the two sides. Find the side with the bigger one. You use that one to close because when you are closing the account, you have to make sure that the two sides are equal. So you see that here when you calculate here, the debit side is 32,000, but the credit side is what 7,500. But you still use the 32,000 as the totals. Now you see that when you add this and it's 7,500. Now it means that something there's how much do you need to add to this side so that it will be 32,000. So in effect, how much should we add to this side for us to get 32,000?
24,500.
In effect, you subtract this figure from the 32,000, right? So that's you need to have 21.
24,500.
24,500. So that figure that you need to add to one side before it can be equal to the bigger one is what we call balance carried down. Balance CD. So the balance CD is the difference that you need to add to one side before, or the smaller side, before it can be equal to the other side. So the balance CD, always when you fill it in the account, you need to extract the balance CD. But the balance CD, once you get a balance CD, always it becomes the balance BD. Always the balance CD is at the end of the month. So let's assume that if this is 31st December, because accounts are closed at the end of the month. So let's say 31st December of the month, you have the balance CD. As soon as you finish the balance BD will be 1st January. maybe another year, then it become balance. So those who are not done accounting for, watch it well. Balance BD. The same figure. So here you bring, but the balance BD is always at the bottom after you have closed the account, because it is not part of your workings. It is just like the CD, which so balance you write it like this. So this is the final. So when we are marking your work, this is the final thing that we mark, because you mark all these things. Sometimes you get all these things correct. You get it, you get this, you get this. Then the balance carry down, you get 2 ticks, because that is the if you don't know how to extract it, you get it wrong. So once you get a balance carry down correct, then you mark these totals also. Then the balance CD. If you get a balance CD, the balance CD becomes the balance BD by the opposite side. So if the balance CD is at the credit side, then its corresponding BD will be at the debit side. When you finish and your balance CD comes to the credit side, know that it will end at the one. So if the balance CD is at the debit side, it will become balance BD at the credit side. That's how you balance account. Very simple thing. First, total the two sizes. Find out, yes, ask your question.
Please, the dates, the balance CD date 31st. Is it always 31st December and the balance BD? Should it be always first?
It's not always 31st December or it depends on the question. If the question asks you to, like what I gave to you, maybe all the transactions are in May, 1st May to 31st May. So you have to know that if the transaction like what we did was 1st May and the last date of the month is May is up to 30th, right? Or 31st. 31st. So it means that, and so this one will be 31st May, maybe 2024. So 31st May. Once here become 31st May, that's the ending of the month that you are starting the balance CD. Then here will be 1st June, right? This one will be 1st June, balance BD. Because the closing balance or the balance CD was started on 31st May. And the next month start from 1st June. And that's the balance BD. Yes, is there any other question? Is it clear?
Yes, please.
Is there another question?
Please, Doc.
What
if the total debit and the total credit are the same?
Good. I am coming to that one too. I'm coming to that. But for now, I want to be sure that everybody is okay with this. So let me just do last thing. Balancing accounts. The first thing you need to know is that once once you have accounts, let's say sales accounts, sales, you write your T, you have your debit side, and you have your credit side. Now, you can have sales, maybe 3,000. You can have something like that. There's only one item, maybe cash sales, only one item. There's nothing here again. How do you do it? So here, you follow the same process. You always underline this one, you balance this here. There can be accounts like this too. You will find only one item is there. So you have to balance it. So here, you see that the here is 0 and here is what 3,000. So obviously this one, you know that the 3,000. So I'll put my 3,000 here. I'll come here. You have to put the 3,000 here because here is 0 and the rule is that the bigger side is what you use. So 3,000. But here you know that I need to add something here before it balances. So 31st, if it's May, come to 31st May. Yes. Please hold on, come. Just a minute. sorry for that. So let me finish this thing. No. Okay. So like I was saying, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, please.
Uh-huh. So if you have accounts like sales and you have only one item, so you can balance it. Because sales, let's say 3,000 like is here. So still, even if you only one, still go ahead and follow the same procedure. I want to balance this account. So balance means make the two sides become equal. So 3,000 will be here. The same 3,000 will be here. Then let's say you are balancing on 31st May. So balance PD and it's accepted, carry down. That is what you call, so balance carry down. How much would it be? It's 3,000. And once your balance carry down is here 3,000, it means that it will be here as first April, no, so 1st June as balance BD. There are different things. And it's very important because we are coming to prepare what we call trial balance. And you use the balance BD in the starting the trial balance. And if you don't get your balance BD right, your trial balance will be wrong. So it's very, very important. I always get to know where your balance CD is. If the balance CD is at the credit side or debit side, then the BD, its corresponding BD will be at the opposite side, debit. If the balance CD is at the credit side, then the BD will come to the debit side. Take note of it. Now, somebody asked, what if the figures are equal? That one, there will be no balance CD. There are some accounts that cancel itself. For example, we have something like rent accounts. So let's assume that you have rent accounts. When you finish here, there was 700 here. Here, there was 200 here. Then you came here, the debit side, there was 500 here. And here there was 400 here. And these are the figures in the account. It can happen to any account. So still, you don't have any problem. The most important thing is that follow the principle. I want to balance it, so I double here, I cruise it. I double this one, I cruise it. So this is the accounts. I want to balance it. So I don't know. I'll total the debit side, credit side. 700 plus 500. And 700 plus 200. I think that is giving me 900. So let me put it somewhere. Let me go to 500 plus 400. That also giving me what? 900. So here is 900. Here is also 900. So once this is when we call the accounts, they cancel each other. I'll do it again back. So these accounts cancel themselves. So anytime you have account, so these accounts cancel each other. Anytime you have accounts that the debit side, or we are trying to buy the debit side, the credit side, let's say it becomes equal. There's no need for you to find any balance CD or BD. It cancels itself. So that's that. If you have question again on the balance of accounts, please you can ask. Is it clear now?
Yes, please.
So now
Yes, sir.
let's go back to our question. Now I've brought a question back. I hope you are seeing it. Have you seen the accounts now? So now you are going to use
Yes,
this
please.
idea to balance. So that you see, here, the capital account, we're having only 2 items here. Capital account. So this product you get 70. So you see that the 70,000 is here. There was nothing here. So still we bring the 70,000 here. So 70,000, 70,000. Then May 31st, balance carried down 70,000. So that it will come here as well. 1st June, balance BD 70,000. So this balance BD, take note of them. Let me highlight that one if I can. The balance BD. What we are going to prepare what we call trial balance. And trial balance is a memorandum of, so you see that I've highlighted the balance BD. Now look at cash account. So go and use, we are going to use this one to work with your, look at the cash accounts. So cash accounts to, you balance, you total all this. Now let's see, because of the mistake, let's do the correct one. Add it for me. It's going to rent, this one is what, 2,000. So add it. Is the figure correct or it's wrong? The total.
That is correct.
20,000 plus 27,000 plus 5,000, that would be 32,000.
32,000.
So that 2,000 is correct. Let's calculate this side too. We have 2,000 plus 4,000. That is 6,000, right? Plus this one, that is 7,500.
600.
So 7,500, right?
Yes.
When you subtract 7,500 from 32, when you subtract 32,000 minus 7,500, what do you get?
24,500.
So you're supposed to get 24,500.
Yes.
So this 500 is wrong, right?
Yes, because of the building that is.
Please do it correct for me. Like, check it correct. So here's supposed 24,500, right? At the
Yes,
balance.
please.
Okay. So here 24,000. Let me do the correction. 24,500. So when you come here to this one, it was supposed to be, this one is supposed to be 24,500, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let me highlight this one also. 24,500. Balance BD. We need a balance BD. So let me, I can delete this one from this one. Okay, let me do it this way. How do I, let me cut that one. Okay, let me leave it this way. Okay. So that is that. So you see the balance BD, capital balance BD is at the credit side. Here to the savings. So you the same procedure. So let's look at bank. Half of bank, you total here, you total here. So always follow the principle. The bigger one. So when you total, you see that 58,000 is a big. So you put here 58,000 here to 58,000. But you know that when you total here, it's not happy. So the difference is the balance carried down 24,000. So you bring. So you do that for all the accounts. So there are some of the accounts, only one. Others two, the debit side and the credit side will be the same. And you have to, maybe cancel it out. So that is that. So interest received, drawings, return. So that's what you do for all the accounts. That's what you call balancing the accounts. So this is how we balance accounts. Is there anybody who have problem with how to balance accounts? So now you see that you can record transaction, double entry, debit, credit, can record and can also balance. So if I give you a question like this, like the one on the screen, for you to record this transaction and balance it, start the balance BD and CD, you should be able to do that. It's the same thing, and yeah, so watch out for something like that. Now let's go to another thing. Now that we have finished balancing the account, let's do what we call try balance. Very simple. We are using the same question. So now you yes, ask the question.
Please, I'm a bit confused with the balance brought down and credit brought down.
Oh, balance brought down and the balance carried down and the rest. You are a bit confused. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let me let's use the bank. Let's use the bank. Look at the bank very well. Okay. Before that, let me use no I don't let me use let me use new the sheet, the white sheet, so that I can explain. I want to see that I can get it. Yeah. So you are confused, like you don't understand why we are doing like that, or
I'm confused as to when to strike the difference between. Don't laugh at me.
oh,
When
I'm
to
not like
strike my colleagues are rather laughing. I'm saying that
who's laughing?
when to identify.
Uh-huh. Nobody's supposed if I see anybody laughing, that person has to pay that person minus 10 in your exams. The exam you have not written, you have minus 10. Laughing at somebody. Okay. So let me
What is that one? How do you manage the 10?
is that what?
That was my one.
How do you manage the 10?
You owe me negative. I mean exams and the quiz, you'll be owing me a marks class. Okay, anyway. So madam, look at something here. So
Yes,
let
sir.
us we have something like purchases accounts. Purchases. Very difficult to write with this, but we know that this is purchases accounts.
Yes,
So when
yes.
you put your accounts like this, now there can be figured depending on the transactions that you do. There can be so many items, so we are not going about. Let's assume that there is a purchases figure is here 200. There is something here 3,000. There is something here 400. There's another figure here 4,000 or maybe 4,500. These are the items here. Then the credit side too, based on the transaction, you can get 700 here. You can get 1,000 here. You can get 2,400. Sometimes you can have no, this is what I said 2,400. Sometimes you can have accounts having figures like this. Now, all that we are saying is that you have to balance that account. And in balancing it, we don't know which side is big. We are not interested. Just try to know that do a line, just lines like this. I hope you are putting up to this point, right, madam?
Yes, sir.
Good. So when you get to this point, first thing is to total the two sizes. So I want you to do this for me. You, the debit side, you know that the debit side, give me the total for the debit side. Just use the calculator. What is the total for debit side? That means add these things, add all the stuff for me.
It should be 13,500.
13,500.
500.
Okay. So that is the total here. Now let's go to the credit side. Give me the total for the credit side.
The on my screen, I can't see the credit side, but the figures there. I only
Oh,
see the debit side.
really? Okay, we
Yes,
have
sir.
all of you. You can see or some can see.
We can see clearly.
Then
We
why
can
is that?
see.
Why that you are see? Okay, let's proceed. There's 700 here.
I don't know. I can only see. Okay, I pulled it. I've seen it. Let's go.
So what do you
Thank
see?
you.
So
Please, is the
find it.
first one 700 or 7,000?
700. So 700,000, then 22,400.
2,004. It will be 4,001.
4,100, right?
100. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please,
somebody.
Doc,
Uh,
the debit total is not correct.
hey.
Ah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's supposed to be
Are you
8,100.
sure?
Yes.
It's supposed to be what?
8,100.
Hey, 8,100.
No,
Yes.
this
Yes.
one is the last,
Yes.
the
Please.
other one, the last
This
one
one,
is what?
4,500. This one. Hey,
Oh,
as I'm surprised,
okay.
where there's no vigilators. What two few calculation in Pundi? Now one can boom. So this one is what? 8,000. We vigilators in the home. And you can put in vigilators also. It's 8,001, right?
Yes.
Where you?
Enye hu ebe fa.
Ebeye wo eradi yesu bai no.
What's the comfort of your home?
Ebe
They can figure in boom.
fa kra yanko. Okay, I didn't see this one. I thought it was 45,000.
So now you see that it's not 45, we made it 45, 4,000. Now you see that
Yeah.
the debit side is the total is 8,001.
Yes,
And
sir.
the side, the total is what? 4,001. Now the rule is that once you finish total each side, use the side with the bigger figure to be the total for all. So madam,
Sure.
what should I write it? So it means that which one is bigger?
The 8,000.
Good. So we write
8,100.
8,100. Okay. What you come? Yeah,
8,100 is the biggest.
So I say what one because when I say I'll give you another one. That one you are going to do. You direct me to do everything. The band, video, and CD. So what?
Yeah,
Come here. Then here too. Bring even though here is what 4,100. You have to record what 8,100. Do you agree to that? By the principle of
yeah,
balance.
that portion, I understand that portion.
Good. Then you don't have problem. So now, when you get to this point, Adiwa unim say, higher 8,100, but higher 8,100, and saying 4,001. But actually 8,100, I say. So it means that when you sum this one, it is not up to it. So the question, how much do you have to add to this side before you can get 8,100?
Another 4,000.
Another 4,000. So
that will be 4,000. 4,000. Yeah.
Good. So if you arrive 4,000 here, it means that now when you add it, everything will be what? 8,100, right? That figure you are adding to that side to make it equal is what we call the balance what? The CD.
Okay.
Difference, Difference, I would count one side and one. Every man I prepare and a friend balance CD. So that is the 4,000. So here, now you put down the date. What date are you adding the difference? Date now the difference in account. That is 31st, maybe May.
31st May.
Good, 31st May. So that's the difference. So this becomes the balance CD. But as soon as you get your balance CD, it doesn't end there. It has to go to the opposite side. So if your balance CD is at the credit side like this, then it has to come to back. Then, but it doesn't come inside under the figure because the BD is not supposed to be part of your calculations. But the CD is part of it. But the BD is outside the workings. This account, now your accountant, my fellow
So,
CA. So we come here and say 1st June.
yeah.
Our balance brought down. This one is carried down. The CD is carried down. It is all the call next month. No, actually,
Yeah.
BD the other about all shaft, but so many this is the figure you are starting with brought down. So this is balance brought down. This is balance carried down. So you are carried, that's accounting language. CD means carried down. BD means brought down. Sometimes you can call it brought forward. So you can make it B, balance BF, brought forward. That means the CD is the closing balance of previous month that you are bringing it to add. We are usually start a new month. But when you start a new month, you have to indicate that this is what you are balance brother. So the same figure, but only that you are changing the name. The BD know, everybody know that, oh, okay, we are starting with this one first, but it came from last month. That is very, you have to understand. You understand it. So
I have understood how to interchange the position. That was what I was looking for, and I got it.
now you have gotten it right. So this is
yes.
But look at here. But if the CD was here, if the CD had come here, right, then it will have come here as well. The BD here. I hope you got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
So for me,
that was what I was looking for.
Okay, then I'm coming to give you last one. Do this one for me. This one, you are coming to tell me everything that I should do for me to be sure. So let's assume that I have this account. Let's say I have furniture. Furniture house. Okay. Forgive me. After the writing, it is difficult. And I'm trying. So let's say furniture.
Okay.
You have 2,000 here. You have 400 here. Then you have 50. And here we have 1,000 here. We have 7,000 here. We have 300. Yeah. Okay. Now do this for me. So what do I need to do if I want to balance this account? First, what do I?
The equal signs, the signs must be there.
Okay. So I should do this one here and another one here, like this.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good. That's next.
So the amount on the debit side will be 8,300.
So should I write it here or I should write somewhere? 8,300. Then
you write somewhere first.
Let's come here to
this one too will be 2,450.
2,450. Okay. So now what do I do?
So now we are going to consider the biggest figure.
Okay. Which is
8,300.
Okay. So what do I do? I should use the 8,300 as the totals, right?
Yes, sir. So you write them in.
Okay.
Then we strike the difference.
8,300.
Okay. Then we.
So the difference, I should start a different way. Where would the difference be?
That is the amount needed to make the credit side equal to the debit side.
Exactly. So you are talking about this, the credit side. So what is the difference?
I'm in Bomber. 6,000. I think it is going to be 5,000.
You think or it is. In accounting, we don't think. You don't say I think. So we want absolute objectivity. Accounting. So what is it? Is it
Please.
what you think or what it is?
What it is what I'm going to give you, please.
The way you say you think, that is accounting. So
Yes, sure, be still, no.
calculator or home, so fear there.
So we have 5,550.
Okay, so 5,000. Is that another what? 50.
You said?
Like this.
Then what to it? 5,850.
Is it 5,800? Like this.
5,850.
Okay, good. So this becomes your CD. Then I should come to the down
Yes, sir.
1st June here. And write what?
That one will be 1st June.
BD, right? The same figure.
Yes, sir.
5.
The same figure.
So that is it.
5,850.
Yeah, they are 8. So that is that. So now that is you can use it to do anything. So that is what we call balancing the accounts. So anytime we are giving you question, we will not give you in exams. I will not give you something like this, and I will just ask you to use the double entry to pass the debit credit and leave it. No, you pass the entry, and for that you say balance the accounts and extract the trial balance. That is it. That's how we are going to do it. So now that we know how to record transactions in the accounts, now that we know how we can balance the accounts, let's now go to the trial balance aspect. Trial balance.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Yes.
hello. Sir.
Yes.
Please, how do we determine the dates for the balance brought down?
Balance brought down. That is a balance B. Okay. The balance brought down. The date is determined by looking at the
Answer.
balance. Who want to answer for me? I have TA. TA what? Who is that? My TA. Answer for me.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So from what we did, we said that particular one, that is the credit one, the BC is done at the end of the month. And then that particular one starts it comes at the beginning of the month. So that is where we extract the date from.
So you see, always it depends on the question. You will not know unless the question will always tell you that the transaction. Look at this question. The transaction of this one started and look at the date. Look at the date. See, up to January 29, we see this. So if we are recording in the month, it means that all these transactions happen within a certain month, from 1st January to 29 January. And always accounts are closed at the end of every month. So look at you do all the recordings, but you have to know that when you are balancing accounts like this, the last date is going to be the balance CD closing of the account. January 31, 31st January, even though the transactions end at
29.
You don't close it at 29th. Neither do you close at 30th. The last day of the month is what you always use to close. So your balance CD should be the last day of the month. That is why you have to always remember it's the CD. You don't do it middle of the month or the last day. So if you know that you are working in August, if you are working in September, October, the last day, even if the last transaction is up to the 5th October, don't close it. Don't say 31st. The balance CD is 6th or 5th October. No, 31st October at the end of the month. So this question, see that because it's January, anytime we are establishing balance CD is 31st January. So that the so that the balance BD can be what? 1st February. Look at the trace very well. Always the balance CD will always be 31st January, and its corresponding BD will be 1st February, the same amount, but at opposite side. So the one we were doing, see that we were working in May. The last transaction was what? 28th of May, but we can't use 2 hours. You have to always do the 31st. So look at the 31st May. That's when you extract your balance CD. So that the other one can be 1st June BD. 31st May, you extract your CD, and you, in that order. That's how you do it. 31st May, you extract CD, then become 1st June. So, madam, the person who asked the question, how do you determine it is the question would state the month you are working in, and you use the last month to do the quiz.
Thank you, sir. Good to meet.
Are you sure? Okay, that's good. Now let's look at the last part of what I wanted to do today. Then we will close. Today we will not go too far. Today is a makeup lecture. Sometimes after this one, I don't go. I want to clear this one so that Saturday, if I meet you, you can start with major things. So let's look at the trial balance. When you talk of trial balance, it is very simple to prepare. Trial balance is a memorandum listing of all the ledger accounts balances by placing accounts with the debit balance at the debit side and those with the credit balance at the credit side. So normally when you prepare accounts like ledgers like this, one thing that will let you know whether everything is correct is when your trial balance balances. But so that to prepare trial balance is the simplest thing to do in accounting. Prepare of trial balance. Please just hold on just a minute. Let me attend to something. Just a minute. Okay. Sorry for that. Let's continue. Yeah, Samiria, Amufa, your hand is up.
No, it's the first question that I asked.
Okay, then lower your hands.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was talking about the trial balance. Let's look at that one briefly. Okay, so let me see. Okay, trial balance. So if you are preparing trial balance, it's very simple. So let's say try balance. Can you see it?
No, please.
Ah, you don't see. You are not seeing my screen.
I can see it clearly.
I can see it.
Oh, then who said no?
I
Say
can't see anything.
I'm just writing something. Try balance. Just I have not written it, but I'm now do. So you don't see.
Okay. I thought you've written
I
it.
can see it. I can see it.
Pull your screen. Your screen. It happened to me first. Pull your screen and you see it.
So you don't
Yeah,
now. Can you?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So the trial, this have to prepare the trial. I'm just doing the format for the trial balance. Like when you finish, you can just do it. So you read the lines like this. Then trial balance. The first year you have debit.
Right.
Then here credit. Then particulars. Here we have what we call particulars. Particulars. I'm scribbling. Oh. Anytime you always remember, a Ghana CD is always important. Anytime you are drawing account, whenever you are recording figures, don't forget that you need to indicate the currency sign. Accounting is very, very important. So the account, when you open the account, the currency sign is important. But at least, I hope you can see what I have done, the format.
Yes, we can.
Good. So this is what you call trial balance. So when you finish the preparation of the ledgers and extracting your balance BD and CD, this is the next thing that you do. Trial balance is a memorandum listing of all the ledger accounts balance by placing accounts with debit balance at the debit side and those are the credit balance at the credit side. So when you finish, we use only balance BD in preparing the trial balance. You take note. So when you finish, you go and look at your accounts, maybe cash accounts, cash, the account that you have opened, or the balance BD, not CD. Remember, we always use the balance BD in preparing the trial balance. So if you go to the cash account, you see that you remember that anytime you balance the accounts, you have something like this. You have the two equal sign. You see, always you have the CD in the accounts. Then the BD comes somewhere like this. Yes? Is somebody calling me?
I don't think so.
Okay. But do you see what I'm doing?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So always when you have accounts like this, like cash account, you see that always there's in the accounts we have CD, balance CD, that the one you extract the difference, it is in the accounts. And we have a corresponding the same figure as well, BD by the opposite side. always remember that when you are doing trial balance, it is the balance CD. No, balance BD, not the CD. Remember, we use only the balance BD to prepare the trial balance, and that's why you have to be very, very, very careful to know where the BD is. And when you have, so if you come here, you just write, you pick cash, you write cash here, cash accounts. Where is the balance BD? Is that a debit side or credit side? If the balance BD, after finishing everything, the BD is at a debit side. You pick it straight away when you come here, debit, let's say 2,000, you record it here. That's all. You go to the next accounts, maybe capital accounts, capital. You go and see your capital accounts. Where is the balance BD? Not CD, where the balance BD is. If the balance BD is at the credit side, then you come here, credit side, 7,000. You pick it and you record it. That's what we call trial balance. Then you go to the next accounts, furniture accounts. So furniture. Then you can write your furniture. So you are just recording all the ledgers or account that you have opened. The balance BDs is what we use in preparing the trial balance. So furniture, if the balance BD is at the debit side, let's say 400, you record it, 400. Sometimes some people can rule lines. There's nothing wrong. You can see that can rule lines. That's the difference. But if you know what you are doing, you can try not to rule any lines. Trial balance. It's like this. You are going. Then sales. All accounts that you open, sales. Where is the balance BD? Maybe the difference are the balance BD is at the credit side. How much? 400 or 4,000. Then you record it here. Maybe you have rent accounts. Then you write rent. The balance BD, maybe 600 at the debit side. So you will not determine where you just go and pick it. Look at the account where the balance BD is. Then you use it to just debit or credit. That's all. Then maybe you have ABC accounts. So you just write ABC accounts. Where go and look at the account. Where is the balance BD? Maybe the balance BD at the credit side. Then maybe it's 200. You record. So you'll be doing that for all the accounts. When you finish, the debit side, you can have about 10 items at the debit side. Or you can have credit only 2, irrespective of the number. The 2 sides, you have to balance. When you finish, and you total the total debit, you have to balance. So when you finish and you total all the debits, the balance BDs you took to the debit side, and all the figure you get here, if everything is done correctly, it's supposed to be the same. You have to balance. That's called trial balance. It has to be balanced. But sometimes you can have about 10 items going to the debit side. The balance be about 10 here. But the credit side, you can have only 2 items or 3. Still, it will balance. That's how trial balances. So when you do it and it doesn't balance, that there's something wrong with your posting. Maybe you didn't do something well. So if you do it right, you are supposed to be. So now go and use that idea to do this one for me. The work we did. Just say, hey, shit. If I teach you, I'll give something to do. Now, you are not going to do this one because this one I have done it.
Where the balance you?
Where am I? That means there's something wrong somewhere because of that 24 times. So I'm going to give you correct one that will balance. Why? So I'm going to give you this one. Now you are going to pass these entries and extract the trial balance from this question. That one, when you do it well, it has to balance. So we're going to do it for me. I'll not give you the solution. I'll give you only the question. No, I don't want to give you plenty one to scare you. That's something simple. So I'm going to give you this one. This question, this one. Let me extract it. I also started business as a sole trader on Friday. So you see, this started this. Now go and record this one using the same thing. Then when you finish, extract the trial balance. So let me copy it. I'll send it to you. So today we'll end it. I don't want to do much, but we'll meet on Saturday. So I want to. I'll send this question to you. Just record it. Record it. The following transaction information. So record and extract the trial balance. Let me edit the question. So go and do it. So when you finish everything, now open one account, you post all the things and extract balances, extract balance BD and CD, and now do the trial balance for me. It will balance. If you do it well, it will balance. So that is the whole. If you have questions or comments, you can add questions. If there's something you don't understand, ask now because I'm giving you that work to do. This one by Saturday you should be able to do it. So I'm giving you to yes, ask the question.
Yeah, no.
What's that?
But it's
Please come
rather
again.
unfortunate. Hello? No, can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you.
I said you are doing so well for us. I've realized that you have just started the thing from the bottom so that those of us who are not into it will understand.
Yes.
We are also trying our best to catch up with because most of the terms and things we are not familiar, some of us are not familiar with because we've never done accounting.
Okay.
So sincerely speaking with the answer, it wasn't easy. I got more confused than before.
So what is your question? You were saying something. I thought I didn't get. I thought I heard that you said I'm trying for you. So what is the issue?
You are doing so well, but you know because of an individual all the time.
Oh, I'm not getting the last part. Well, did somebody hear what she was saying?
No.
See, I think she is trying to make a point, and I'm not getting
Hello.
her.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, Doc.
I can hear you. So go ahead.
So what I was trying to say is some of us we are trying to also catch up.
Okay.
But because we have just started, it's a gradual process so that we will try and also catch up with the others.
Okay. So in a nutshell, what you are trying to say is that you are trying to catch up with the others, right?
Yes, you are doing your best, but because you don't have the background knowledge.
I understand perfectly, and that's why I'm giving you all this hand-on. It's not something that I'm recording to give you marks. I just want you to get understanding. If it is something that I'll score, there's a way of doing that one. And the things I'm teaching you are the things, the exams and the quizzes, the same thing. That's why I want everybody to at least try your hands on it. And I know you are dispersed too, and you are not at the same place. So now you don't even know what's with that. So I say, let's meet today and go over. Like I will assign you those who have done or who can go to me share my something. But now I know that you are at different places, right? So this is the best way. I'm taking my time just to do the best for each other. Yes, somebody wants to say something.
Oh, please, it's a question.
Yeah, ask.
Please, from your question, Venus, I see bought motor van on credit for Motor Limited, and then bought inventory 500 on credit from Silver Limited. So in this case, are we open one account for creditors, or we have to open account for Auto Limited and then Silver Limited?
Auto Limited, this is a different creditor, this is a different creditor, so they are different people.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
There are two different groups. So you have to open for everybody. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
So
Yes,
you see
please.
here, I think, let me see. Yeah. So you see that you have accounts for Silver Limited here.
Okay.
This account is different from Auto. Auto is also here. So there are two different things.
Yes.
So I'll send a question to your platform. So the madam who was saying that, yeah, I understand. Just try. Kakra, it's better than not try. But I know if it was be face to face, it will be different. But now online teaching is something else. But don't worry, everything will be okay. Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Mhm. So
Thank you very much.
so today I don't want to stress too much. I'm giving you try your hands on from now on. Just do what you can. Where the one that you think this one there, for what I understand, do that one. The one that you think they are disturbing you, you mark that one. Say this one, you are causing trouble for me. I'll go and seek clarification from say. So when we meet, then we all go through and finish it. By all means, you all be at the same place. So I want you to go and see how you do and try to do the try balance. The try balance is I say it's the simplest thing to do. Once you're able to do the debit, credit, and do the balance BDS, try balance BD and CD, then balance you are just picking the balance BD in preparing the try balance. By doing that, if the balance BD is at the debit side, go and record it in the debit side of the try balance. If the balance BD is at the credit side, go on. That is how we do it. And by the time you sum it, it will balance.
Hello, Doc.
Yes.
Yeah, with that one, the first one you gave us, it has balanced. So
It
the
has
guy that
balance.
said it has not balanced, he should check his work well again.
Good. Yes. So you see, the 24,000 you remove it from it, right?
Yes, please.
Uh-huh. So please check your figures well. All why the balancing figure, the balance you go so that the person can use it to correspond. So
103,000.
and the credit side to 103,000.
Yes, please.
So please go and check it well. If it will balance. So go and try this one. And let's see. So next week on Saturday when we meet, we are now going to look at another thing. Now we after double entry, I know when even close to us eyes cry, no debit they give a receiver, credit they give. You can do that one. One to me who we be our account to me, you know double entry. This is a basis. So when we know this one now, we will build upon. So next week I'll bring another or in our next meeting, I'll bring another conception altogether. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
All right. So let's end it here. So I can send the question to your platform for you to try your hands on it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you on
That's the same to you.
Saturday. We will meet 7 a.m. If nothing changes. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But for now, nothing has come up. So Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11, we are meeting. But if there's any change, I'll let you know. Is that okay? All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you too.
Bye. I'll send a
Bye.
question very soon.
Bye.